Derby County have a whole host of players heading out on international duty, with the likes of Jakub Zetterstrom, Sondre Langas and Callum Elder all being selected for their national teams. There's a range of different academy products on the way to international duty as well, and we're going to cover it all in this video. Now, for those of you who don't know, Zetterstrom, Langas, Elder, Adams and Diaz have all been called up to the senior national teams, whereas for the academy, Dan Cox, Darren Robinson, Cruz Allen and Elfie Friars have all been sent up to their national team respectively, whether that be under 21s or under 19s. Now we're going to go through all the games that they'll be playing and everything that you need to keep across in order to stay up to date with your Derby County international players. So shall we get into it? Now obviously the most important thing for Derby County is keeping across those first team senior lads, with Jakob Vidal Zetterstrom being called up for Sweden. Sondre Langas has finally been recalled by Norway after recovering from knee surgery. Callum Elder has been given the opportunity to represent Australia, and Ibo Adams will be joining up with the Gambian national team. Now Ben Brereton Diaz will once again join up with Chile after a really good spell of performances last time out. Now, in terms of the academy, Dan Cox will join up with Wales' under-21s. Darren Robinson will join up with Northern Ireland's under-21s. Obviously, Darren Robinson currently out on loan. Dan Cox on loan also. Cruz Allen will join up with Wales' under-19 squad, whereas Elfie Friars will join up with Northern Ireland's under-19s. Now on to the under-19s to start off with. On the 12th of November, Northern Ireland and Wales both play. Now Northern Ireland will get underway at 10 a.m. Elfie Friars will be hopefully making an appearance for the Northern Ireland under-19s as they face up against Malta. Cruz Allen on the same day, the 12th of November, will be hoping to make an appearance against Japan's under-19s as they kick off at 7 p.m. Now in terms of Thursday, the 13th of November, Sondre Langas will get the opportunity to play against Estonia. They kick off at 5 p.m. and it's an opportunity for Sondre Langas and Norway to secure themselves the chance at qualification for the 2026 World Cup. It obviously gives Langas the opportunity to add to his caps. Now, on the 14th of November, Northern Ireland under-21s face up against Latvia, where Darren Robinson will be given the opportunity to make another appearance for the under-21s as they attempt to qualify for the 2027 under-21s European Championship. Some of you may know that he is currently on loan at the League of Ireland's Premier Division side, St Patrick's Athletic, but if you don't, there you go. Also on the 14th of November, Wales under-21s take on Belarus, where Dan Cox will be hoping to make another Wales appearance, and it will be huge to see if he does. Obviously not really had the game time that he probably wanted or expected at Warsaw so far this season, but hopefully these internationals will give him a chance to play some football. Now on to the 15th of November, Venezuela take on Australia at 2 a.m, obviously our time, not their time, and it will give Callum Elder the opportunity to add his single international cap upon his recall as they look to sort of prepare themselves for the 2026 World Cup, which they've already qualified for. Now in terms of the 15th of November, again at 1:30 p.m, Azerbaijan under-19s take on Northern Ireland's under-19s, where Elfie Friars will get the opportunity to face up against them and hopefully add another international cap to his name. Now Cruz Allen will once again get an opportunity on that same day with a 2:30 p.m. kickoff as Wales take on USA's under-19s. It'll be very interesting to see how Cruz Allen gets on, obviously a highly thought of prospect at Derby County. On the 15th of November as well, there's a lot of games on this day. Russia face Chile, in which Brereton Diaz will get the opportunity to play up against Russia. Chile haven't qualified for the 2026 World Cup, but it gives Diaz the opportunity to put his name in lights on the international stage. Now Switzerland, they host Sweden at 7:45 on the 15th of November, where Jakub Vidal Zetterstrom will get the opportunity to play for Graham Potter, and they know that they need nothing but a win to keep their hopes of the 2026 World Cup alive, and hopefully Zetterstrom will get the opportunity to impress. Now on the 16th of November, Norway head to Italy for a 7:45 kickoff as Sondre Langas gets the opportunity of another Norway run out, but we will see if he gets an opportunity. Now the Czech under-19s face up against Northern Ireland's under-19s as Elfie Friars gets another go to get some more minutes under his belt at the international level. Now in terms of the 18th of November, Wales's under-19s take on Germany's under-19s at 11 a.m. as Wales look to round off their 3-team tournament on home turf up against that German side, and it gives Cruz Allen another chance to impress for his country and maybe even get himself into the books for Derby County's first team. Now, also on the 18th of November, Greece's under-21s face Northern Ireland's under-21s, of which Darren Robinson will get another chance to show himself on the international stage. Now, also on Tuesday the 18th, Kuwait take on Gambia, of which Ibu Adams, who's been a regular for Gambia in recent years, will get the opportunity to yet again show himself on that stage and will hopefully further establish himself in the international setup. Now Diaz will get another chance to show himself and hopefully score another goal up against Peru as Chile face Peru at 5 p.m. on the 18th of November. Now, Zetterstrom will face up against Slovenia as Sweden host them at 7:45 on the 18th of November, with Callum Elder getting his final international game underway at 1 a.m. on Wednesday the 19th of November, which probably puts him out of contention for the game on Saturday the 22nd, I believe it is. Now obviously this is a huge rundown of fixtures for Derby County. I think it's brilliant for those young lads to get the opportunity to go and play for their national team. I think a lot of you will know the likes of Cruz Allen, the likes of Dan Cox, the likes of Darren Robinson, all of which have made first team appearances, I believe. Dan Cox came on, I think it was during the EFL Trophy. Darren Robinson was a big part of the first team under Wayne Rooney and Liam Rosenior, but obviously since Paul Warne came in, sort of was put to the side, and then John Eustace hasn't used him either. Cruz Allen is a well-known and high-potential youth academy product coming through the ranks, and Elfie Friars is certainly getting himself in there as well. Now, obviously, the main aim for those first-team players, the likes of Zetterstrom, Langas, Elder, Adams and Diaz, is making sure that those first-team players stay fit and available. Now, the worst thing that could happen for Derby County is an injury to Ibu Adams or an injury to Sondre Langas. I think in terms of the other positions, we have backups that are available. Obviously, Owen Beck returning. Obviously, Josh Vickers, a good backup to Zetterstrom. And in terms of Brereton Diaz, I think Brewster is a better player anyway. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. You can let me know your thoughts and expectations across the course of this international break down in the comments. And if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and snod that notification bell. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.